Hi there, Wilbur Kibo in Winstonia. Today we'll be talking about what we call the Crosman 2240. It's a nice little entry-level pistol which gives a lot of fun plinking away. Um, but if you actually would want to modify this entry-level model and change, for example, the plastic breech, change the length of the barrel, change the sights, change the grips, change the trigger in itself, all of that is possible because basically all the modifications that would be required to bring it up to a higher level pistol still within acceptable price ranges are available. And you can go from this, the basic model, to, for example, something like this, whereby we have a Walter barrel, a precision barrel, we have a metal breech, we've got adjustable sights, both for windage and elevation, a better trigger, and so there is a lot of feel in the trigger in itself. It's still a single stage, but there is actually double stage triggers available. An adjustable power setting in the back, which is quite nice if you want to change to a higher, or even if you would want to change to a lower power setting to have more shots available. But at the end of the line, it's the modification that these type of crossband pistols make available that's actually very nice. Some of them, unfortunately, are only obtainable through the US, but more and more we see now also in Europe that some of the mods can be ordered with some of the dealers out there. So how do we actually use this particular pistol? Well, it's a CO2 oriented pistol. You unscrew the front and you take a CO2 module, slip it in like that, then you turn the knob until it is actually making contact. Then when you charge it, you can hear it is actually getting the pressure up to the level where it should. I have already checked up front whether the pistol was unloaded, and of course it is, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. So what are the things I like about these pistols? First of all, it's an interesting price. It's a good entry level. It's fairly accurate, and what I really like, it's highly customizable. What I don't like, and that's why the modifications come into play, is the plastic breech. The sights are very basic. The grip is basic, the trigger assembly is pretty basic, but all of that, as I said, can be changed with the model that I just shown you, which was highly modified. And when we go back to, in this particular case, the 2300, and also this pistol is empty, different sights, front, back, different barrel, a Walter rifle precision barrel, the different grips. There's a number of them available on the market, although you have to really look for them. And you can actually change the trigger to a two-stage trigger. Some companies that will provide options for that, although also there you will have to really look for it. A metal breech instead of the plastic that you have on the base model. And you know, if you then take a look at what we have here, it is a, I would say, very, very nice pistol that will provide you with a lot of fun, either with silhouette shooting, or you know, to beginning match pistol at 10 meters. If you look at the trigger assembly, you can see here it's a simple spring. The only way to lighten the trigger is to clip the spring on the bottom, which is not, I would say, a very accurate way of adjusting your trigger setting. So that's a disadvantage. I don't like the plastic breech, so if you go for modification, change the trigger, change the breech, put yourself a good rifle barrel on there, like I shown you on the 2300S. Adjust the sights, or you know, change the sights so you can actually adjust in a proper way for elevation and windage, and you know, go the next step of adjusting the power that you have on the back. If you've done that, you actually, as I showed you before, get, I would say, a very, very nice pistol. Well balanced, it sits, you know, nice in the hand, great sights if you go for the adjustment, good solid feel to it, and I think you have really a great air pistol to begin match shooting or silhouette shooting. See if you like it, and then if you really like it, you can always do and go the next step up to pistols, you know, like a Walter or a Steyr or a Morini or what have you out there. Now, when I want to adjust the trigger setting, you take off the wooden grip here, and what you can see is here a very simple trigger mechanism, I would say. I would prefer a two-stage trigger, but clearly that goes at an expense. And having said that, it is available. So if you would want to switch to a two-stage trigger at a later stage, there are modifications available on the market that will allow you to easily replace this particular trigger setting into a two-stage. Nevertheless, having said that, when you decrease this little screw more to the bottom, you get a trigger that's much lighter to where you would want to have a trigger for competition setting. You don't need the heavy, I would say, feeling that you have in some of these heavy pistols, and you know, the less movement that you can actually create in your pistol when you're shooting, the better it actually is. It's not a bad setup. I actually quite got to like it after I had it to some adjustment where I felt more comfortable. But as I said, it's very easy to change this particular trigger into a two-stage, and it's readily available. Now, switching a barrel is also a couple of screws. You have barrels available in different lengths for this particular pistol in the modification, and you also can replace on the basic model the plastic for some more metal, so it feels a lot more, I would say, steady and sturdy. The same goes for the bolt. You probably, if you switch to some of the modifications, you have to switch the bolt as well, but all of that is quite easily done. It feels quite, yes, I would say sturdy. It is it's a decent pistol. It sticks up to the level where you want it to have, and I think if you are a beginner, you're looking for something to start with, either a silhouette shooting or competition shooting, this is a great way to make an easy entry level, a great way to test it out, to see whether you like it and actually have a lot of fun while you're doing it.